No, just 1 minute.
ये थोड़ा यार एक जगह just one second मैं मुझे
माइक अपना वो छोटा माइक अपना
Getting married all over again. We'll just slow it down, guys. Just take your time. Just get yourself set up.
all right
Yep.
Once everyone's happy, we can get started.
Yeah.
All good to go. Who'd like to kick us off at the back here?
Yeah. What's the update on Matt Henry, and can you please tell us your preparations, especially for Varun Chakravarti?
Yeah, look, Matt Henry obviously landed on his shoulder and it was pretty uncomfortable. I guess the positive thing from our perspective is he got back out there to bowl. We've had some scans and stuff done on him, and we're going to give him every chance to be playing in this match. So still a little bit unknown at this stage. He's obviously pretty sore just from landing on the point of his shoulder, but yeah, hopeful he will be okay. Around Varun, I mean, he's obviously a very good bowler. He bowled very well. We'll have a look at the pitch conditions down there as well and see what the effect is that he may have on the game as well. So look, we certainly expect him to play after getting 5 for 42 against us in the last game. And yeah, we'll be planning our I guess intentions around that as well.
Coach,
Side here.
Gary, do you guys think Varun Chakravarti more dangerous than in the daytime?
Sorry, I'm just going to point. Sorry, can we just please just keep the voice down, guys, while people are asking the questions? Sorry, carry on.
Gary, my question was Varun Chakravarti or is Varun Chakravarti more dangerous under the lights than in the daylight?
Look, I think when you have a wrist spinner like that's bowling, then you're looking for cues as a batsman, and I think it's always a little bit easier when you're in the daylight to see those things. So, but there's no doubt he's a class bowler. He obviously showed his skills against us last time, and he's a big threat in the game. So we'll be putting our thinking caps on around how we nullify that and how we can still score runs against him.
Yeah, a word on Rachin Ravindra, the way he's shaping up.
Look, Rachin had that nasty blow in his head in Lahore when we played there, but he's come back and shown his class. Look, we're very lucky to have him in our side. He's one of those batsmen that seems to be able to score at a runner ball without particularly trying that hard. And I think coupled with that his ability to bowl some left arm spin as well, then look, he's a really important player in our team, and I know he's really looking forward to what's ahead that's coming up on Sunday.
yeah,
Gary, the entire narrative in this tournament has been about India getting the advantage of playing all matches here in Dubai. You think in that context, New Zealand, at least that you have played 100 overs match there, some advantage there, at least having known a fair idea of what the pitch would behave like on the centre plot, any pitch on the centre plot.
Yeah, I mean, look, the decision around that's out of our hands, so it's not something we worry about too much. India have got to play all their games here in Dubai, but as you said, we have had a game here, and we'll learn very quickly from that experience there as well. So when you come to this stage of the tournament, I mean, we've had 8 teams here at the start, we're down to 2 now. It's always exciting to be in this situation, and from our perspective it just comes to a one-off game now, and if we're good enough to beat India on Sunday, then I'm sure we'll be very happy.
Thank you.
Kane Williamson has also been in superb form. So you expect him to fire again in the final, and sort of is he planning something ahead? Like we've had a couple of ODI retirements, so.
I'm not sure about that with Kane, but look, he's a guy that rises for the big occasion, and he's done it many times for New Zealand in the past. And look, cricket's a game runs aren't guaranteed, but I know that Kane will be doing everything he can to prepare to score well, and he's one of those unique individuals, I think, around the world that has that ability to adapt to different services, and he seems to be able to do that faster than many other players. So look, fingers crossed from our perspective that Kane has a big day. But look, I think from our perspective we've got 11 guys in the team that we think all deserve to be there, or 15 in our squad that all have a right to be in the starting lineup as well. And but with Kane, look, I mean, he's a special player for us, and we're thankful to have him in our squad.
Hi, Coach. Tarek from NDTV. Coach, 3 days before the game, did you arrive to get the player to recovery and playing in different pitches, one of them slower? Is that advantage for the opponent and it makes the mission more for you more difficult?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt that coming here off playing Lahore, and we had a full day of travel yesterday, then it just takes it out of you a little bit. But we've got a couple of days now of a little bit of recovery and a little bit of planning and training towards the game. But I guess we're deep into the tournament now, and sometimes it's not always a lot of training that you need. It's just getting your body and your mind right to compete in the final, and that will be our key focus over the next 2 days.
Thank you.
Gary, can I just ask about fielding? You've obviously had a lot of praise for it in this tournament. What do you put the quality and the success of it down to?
Yeah, it's a strange one really, because we haven't done a lot differently to what we would normally do. I think fielding for me is all about attitude, and if the attitude's right and you expect that every ball will come your way, then you can pull off some amazing things. And I think through this tournament we've taken some fantastic catches, and I mean Glenn Phillips is the obvious one to go to, but it hasn't been just him. There's been other guys that have pulled off some really good catching as well, and that has the ability, I think, to change momentums in games, and if you're all in that mind space of doing something for the team, then I think it can only help you.
Why do you think Glenn's so good?
He's fast, he's strong, he loves fielding as much as anyone that I've seen. He practices it regularly, and he's got that, I guess, unique ability to get himself off the ground, and it seems to stick more times than it doesn't. So look, he's a fantastic fielder. There's been a lot of praise for him, I know, and I think it's well deserved.
So India most likely will field the same team, probably with 4 spinners. Is that one area of concern, because New Zealand doesn't play against 4 spinners normally in ODIs?
I mean, it's probably what we expect for them to play against us, but we have 4 spinners as well within our squad, and we think we're pretty well balanced. But it's always a challenge. I mean, they are very, very good spinners, all of them in their own right. So for us, it's just being nice and clear on our plans and working out. It could be a matchup that we are deciding within our team that it's the right one for us to go after, and they're the sorts of things that we'll read through the match and work out what is the best way to go. So who knows, they might have off days as well, and that could be in our advantage.
All right.
Gautam Gambhir says there is no advantage to India having been based in Dubai. What do you say to that?
Look, I mean, again, it's a little bit out of our control around what that is. They're not decisions that I guess come across my desk anyway. So for us, it's something that we can't control, so it's really just getting on with it. Yes, India have played their 4 matches here. We're lucky enough to have had 1 here against them, and yeah, it was a good match without us quite putting our best foot forward as well. So look, wherever you play, you just have to go up and be able to be better than them on the day, and that's our focus.
Does that noise around the side towards India put more pressure on them than you, do you think?
Well, look, potentially. I can't speak for what goes on in the Indian dressing room, but from our perspective, it doesn't change anything.
Coach, you expect Russian to play a sort of key role against India's spin? And just a quick follow-up, what's the general talk been among the batting group, taking more attacking options against Chakravarti?
Look, I think the pitch that we played on in the first game was quite different to the way that the semi-final played against Australia. So again, it'll be something we have to read on the day and adapt to what's going on within the match. But yeah, all our batsmen will have their individual plans around how they want to combat them, and then it comes down to, I think, good communications in the middle, and sometimes a little bit of bravery to take those options on. So we're certainly up for that. We're up for that challenge of what India will bring, and we know that they've got 4 very capable spinners.
How is the experience of New Zealand team in Pakistan playing ICC Champions Trophy matches and Tri-Nations, spectators and other facilities?
Yeah, it was very good. I mean, I think when you come from New Zealand and we're that little country that's a long, long way away from here, then anywhere that you play around the world, especially in the subcontinent, you see the passion that's in them, and like the Pakistan fans were no different there. So we've certainly really enjoyed the experience there. We played well in Pakistan as well. I think we had 5 or 6 matches and won them all. So there's something we're obviously doing right in that part of the world.
Just gonna have two more, just one here and then one there.
Yeah, I think if you look at our bowling group, we're possibly one of the most inexperienced groups that are here, and a Will O'Rourke, a Kyle Jameson, for example, they haven't played a lot of one-day cricket or ICC tournament cricket either. So for them to keep standing up on this stage is very good, especially after the loss of a Saudi Bolt, for example, that's been in our ranks for some period of time. We've also lost a couple of other bowlers in Ferguson and Sears who were in our initial squad. So we've certainly had our share of trials, I guess, when you look at the makeup of our bowling squad. But I've been delighted with the way the guys have responded and reacted, and I thought we bowled well against India here last time as well. So we can take that confidence, I think, into this game and put our best foot forward.
In terms of what title would mean for New Zealand cricket, a larger perspective in terms of it feeding down to the grassroots levels as well?
Yeah, I've always said that when you come to a tournament like this and you've got the 8 best sides in the world at the moment, then I think your first goal is to work out how you make the semi-final, and then it's one-off games from there, and we've I guess managed to get 2 of the 3 goals. I think if New Zealand can get up and win this, be a real credit to the players and what they've done. They're a tight-knit bunch. We enjoy each other's company, we like playing well together, and I'm sure it'll be a real coup for New Zealand, especially here in Dubai after the women won the T20 World Cup here as well.
Just the last one over here.
You're coming from Lahore, one of the highest scoring venues in tournaments, to potentially the lowest scoring one. Can you just talk us a little bit through that challenge?
Yeah, I think that's just about adapting and working out on your feet what you think the pass score is for the day, and I guess trying to be a little bit ahead of that. I think the danger is you come from scoring 360 odd in a game and you think you'll do that again immediately, and you go a little bit hard. So for us, it's just working out what is the right tactics on the day, who we are faced up against as well, and then adapting to that. And as I said earlier, it's those comms in between the batsmen and in the middle, and making sure they're having good communications around who is the right player to take risks against and what that might look like.